Say may again. Greet them. Yeah, greet them.
It took every fiber in me kuti nditi mwana wandakabereka I'm sorry. But I learned to say sorry. And unoona kuti nyaya yange ichinge nyaya inonetsa wangomuti sorry mwanangu. It makes it easier. And I came to a place where I might.
Hello, noise makers. We are back with another noise maker. Now, this noise maker is very special because she's not only a farmer, but she was a teacher and is still teaching her grandchildren. So we've got a lot to learn today from Ambuya Chihwai. Ambuya Chihwai, welcome to the Noise Makers News Network show.
Thank you.
Right, she's our noise maker of this week. And Chihwai, tell us about yourself. Who is Chihwai?
Chihwai is Ambuya of 5 grandkids. We are here in Texas. We live in the village. And I'm here. God wanted us to be here. It was such a big transition. Kubva ku California kuti tizouya kuno Texas. It takes a whole day to explain why. But it was a blessing. One, we wanted to go back to Zimbabwe to retire. But we were torn between two lovers. We couldn't go home and miss the growing up of our grandkids. So we chose to come and bring Zimbabwe to America. So we are in Zim-USA, we call it Susa, Zimbabwe, USA. So we are here and we are enjoying our grandkids, seeing them grow. And we are also enjoying the part of Zimbabwe which we wanted to go home and do. Animals, waking up, being woken by hunger, wuku and stuff.
So you can see that she's a proper Zim-USA person. She mixes between Shona and her English. Tell me, what is the difference between how you raised your grandchildren and how you raised your children and how you're raising your grandchildren?
Well, the most beautiful thing about grandchildren is that you enjoy them, spoil them, and they go. Your children, they are there with you 24/7. And raising them in here, it was a culture shock. We normally talk about a cultural shock for the children. We don't think of cultural shock for the parents. It was a cultural shock because in here, shamu wangosi saibate kuti nditi vana neshamu. You had to adapt and change and come up with ways of raising them. So it was kind of a challenge raising our children here.
Tell me something. What are the values that you are teaching your grandchildren that you also learned when you were in Zimbabwe or when you were growing up?
There are so many. The most important one which I'm teaching my grandchildren is that we should know what we eat. We eat vegetables from the garden. They know that we get manure, we get the seeds, we plant them, we water them. They know that, and then they know exactly what we are eating. That's the best thing I want to teach my grandkids. And the animals, they are learning now to raise the animals. They are not scared of the animals like most kids of their ages, because animals are part of us. They are friends. Like we have a goat, Jerry. Jerry walks with them, they talk to him, and all the animals, they follow us when we are on the property. So that's the best thing I've done for my grandkids.
Right. Tell me, when did your journey with Christ start? Your journey with God?
My journey with God started early. We were raised Adventists. So I could say even when I went to high school, though it was different because I went to a Methodist school, I found it difficult. That was the first time I could not go or to worship on Saturday. But I remember when I became a prefect at Mrewa.
Also, you were writing noisemakers as a prefect?
Yes. So when I became a prefect, I had the chance to I would go to church on Sabbath, then go again because it was a boarding school. Then those end up Sunday. But the first 2 years before I became a prefect, it was so hard that on Saturday, my IT squad, it's general work, and you are thinking at home, we don't even light the fire, everything, food has been prepared, everything is done. It was the Sabbath. So that resonated with me to whereby whether the Sabbath is part of my DNA.
And with what you're talking about, you earlier spoke about growing food, and is this part of the health message that you grew up with in the SDA church?
Yes, partly also because of my parents. I guess mostly people in Zimbabwe, we grow vegetables. Mm-hmm. We grow the corn. What we eat, we know exactly what you are eating. Mm-hmm. I remember they were back in the day when we were growing, there were no diseases like BP, heart problems. We were told, and they were said to be diseases of the rich people, because those who were not rich, they ate pure food. For example, a loaf of whole wheat brown bread costed cheaper than the white bread. Roller meal ne straight run mugaiwa was cheaper than panapalenta and all those things, and yet those were more nutritious and healthier than. So you can see that also it made me open my eyes that though we are a third world country, but we knew where the value of health is. Like here, healthy food is the most expensive food. That's why we are trying to grow and whatever we eat, we are trying to grow it here. The animals, that's organic, 100% organic. We don't give our animals any pills, any injections. We don't.
Okay, we learn a lot, when you come to people's homes, you learn a lot. So what would be your message to a young mother who is raising their children in the 2024 that we are in? Any advice?
The advice which helped me be very open. I had to get the role of being a tete and being a mom. Mm-hmm. I was very open with my children up to now. It helped a lot. They would not go anywhere without telling me. We had that bond and that relationship. Even when they were dating, we decided, my husband is very particular because of his girls. Whoever they dated, they were asked to bring them home so that we would see the boyfriend. So those who are married, we have 3 who are married now. We have seen 3 or 4 until they chose the final men they have married. So just be open-minded so that the children can tell you. If you shut them off, then they will do things behind your back. Then you will not know what is happening. Mm-hmm. So the best thing, be open-minded. Sometimes I would go and away from them, I would say, shh, what does she think I am? But before them, just be at easy. That's the only way you can raise the thing. God